breaking the wall between animal and human culture with music. Sara Niksic, Canticum Megapterae, Song of the Humpback Whale, Croatia.
Do you think we are the most intelligent species, or the only one that has culture? My name is Sara, and I come from Croatia. I'm a PhD student at University of St. Andrews, exploring the evolution of humpback whale song. I'm also a musician, and I lead an interdisciplinary science, art, and music project called Inner Child. For over a decade, I've been developing innovative ways of science engagement with art as my main tool. Human activities create a huge disturbance to the environment. The many walls that we have built between ourselves and the natural world made us forget that we are part of it. Whales and dolphins, among many other species, have rich and diverse social and cultural lives. Animal culture is often crucial for their survival, yet few people know about it, let alone try to understand it. The aim of my project is to make people question their conviction that the human species is the most intelligent or the only one that has culture, complex social lives, highly developed communication, and advanced learning skills. By combining science and art, I want to break the walls between different disciplines, as well as the walls we build between ourselves and the rest of nature. Humpback whale songs are among the most striking examples of animal culture. They are long and have a complex hierarchical structure. The smallest element of a song is called a unit. Units are organized in a specific sequence to make a phrase. Phrases are repeated to make a theme, and several themes make up a song. Only male humpbacks sing, and their songs constantly evolve, but at any given time, all males in the same population sing the same version of the song. How do they learn their songs, and why do these songs evolve? Canticum Megapterae, Song of the Humpback Whale, is an electronic music album based on the research about whale culture, which I created in collaboration with some of the world's best electronic music producers. Working with the same whale recording, each artist, myself included, made a track in their own personal style, representing one theme of the whale song. This whale recording was the first one I ever analyzed for my research, and this was the first track I ever made. Here's a short clip from it. The album reached tens of thousands of people across the globe through different music platforms, and many, many more through popular radio stations, magazines, and various science and art events. It was featured on BBC Radio 4, BBC Worldwide, Forbes and Chronicle magazines, to name a few, and was archived by the British Library. It was voted the best compilation of the year, it won the Innovation Award, and was highly commended in the collaboration category for public engagement with research by the University of St. Andrews. With my project Inner Child, I was voted the best new artist of 2020. Yeah. So, Canticum Megapterae sparked people's curiosity, not only about whales, but also on wider topics of animal culture, ecology, and nature conservation. The challenge of creating something different and impactful proved to be rewarding to the artists who gained new interests and audiences. Novel questions provoked by this collaboration have guided my research focus and could also be useful to other scientists. Yeah. So, Canticum Megapterae, Song of the Humpback Whale, was the first album I ever released, so I didn't expect to achieve such a global reach. There were many things I had to learn, and countless challenges along the way, but I'm really proud I made it happen. My dream is to start a global art-science collaboration platform, which will encourage new forms of art, research, science engagement, and education. I'm currently working on Canticum Megapterae 2, which will engage new artists and take a slightly different approach. So combining drawing parallels between whale and human culture, it will explore the evolution of whale song through the evolution of a musical form. Whales were here long before us humans, and they were singing long before we invented language and music. How will the whale songs evolve in the future? Is there even a future for them? Besides causing irreversible damage to the environment and exterminating countless living species, do we also want to be responsible for the loss of animal cultures much older than our own?
Thank you, Sarah. I'm a terrible singer, but it's good to know that whales are great singers. It's time now for questions from our jury and audience. Do we have any questions? Yeah, we have a question here. From our audience.
Thank you. So, hello, thank you so much for your project. Did you work with the schools, or do you intend to work with the schools within the project? Thank you.
I haven't worked with schools yet. What I think is really great about this project and very transferable is that we have this music album and I'm planning other ones, so anyone could use it. It's all online, so people from all over the world can listen to it, read. There is a text about the science behind it. And because of the pandemic, of course, it was a bit more difficult to do it in person. But what I managed to do is to actually present it on different science events and also art events and just like general public events. So at one place, I made this whole like immersive installation in a planetarium, like a deep ocean, you know, projecting the whale images and this music. And that gets people interested, you know, curious, and gets them on an emotional level. They hear this music and they want to learn what are these sounds, who is making them. So by just engaging them emotionally, they go off and on their own go and read everything they can. You know, I keep getting emails from all over the world after hearing your album. We went on and read everything we could about whales, how can we help, even with ocean conservation and nature conservation in general. So yeah, I think it's something that could really be useful to anyone, like general public, not just like specific parts of the public.
Oh, fabulous. We just won another subscriber here. If we have any questions, any more questions from our jury or audience? Yeah, we have one from our audience online.
Yes, exactly. We have a question from our digital participants, and it's what feedback and input into the science did the project bring? Has it impacted the way that other researchers think about practicing their engagement?
Well, definitely my colleagues were really impressed by it, and it made them think how can they be more engaged and think of more innovative ways of science engagement. And in terms of science itself, I got some really interesting ideas from this project. So for example, this evolution of whale song. By seeing these different artists take their different approaches and like different music forms, now I'm thinking more of whales and also individuals. So maybe some whales are more creative than others. Maybe some just want to copy each other. So basically, whales remix each other. So that's the second album is actually going to be remixes of the first one. So it's really made me think in these ways. Okay, let's look at whales as individuals. Maybe there's also difference in the age. Maybe the younger whales that are still learning to sing, they're making more mistakes, and that gets copied. Maybe the older whales, they want to bring the change. So lots of questions I got for my research from this and other scientists in my field as well. So thank you for all this feedback from the artists and the global community.
Fantastic. So from the US to Chile to South Africa to Croatia. So I'm looking forward to our next Science Engager. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.